What's up, everybody? So before we get to today's video, believe me, like you should see these polls and this giant nonsense. So here in the background, the super secret project that Disco Dylan Avery and Corey Rowe are working on. How we doing, Bernard? I'm pissed all the time. Yeah. I'm not doing well either. I'm moving out of New York State. Are you leaving yet?
I gotta wait a couple of years.
It's awful here.
You got the chills.
Dude, I can't. I did
You
a
need to make
cross country
another-
tour.
You need to make another movie. is
Well,
what you need.
well, dude,
You
again,
guys are gonna shut you down.
I've been they demonetized me 4 months ago on this. So on top of that, like I said, I just traveled across the country. I went all the way to South Dakota. I drove because obviously I don't want any of the Johnny nonsense. And I think I'm moving to Iowa.
This, or you're just gonna stop it.
What's that?
Are we talking?
Oh no, we're totally online.
All right,
I
awesome.
have no idea. Yeah, we got 55 people watching. Thumbs it up. I've known this guy 20 plus years. And have you ever seen anything like this? Twilight Zone we're living in.
No, it's not Twilight Zone. You either believe or you don't believe. I'd say 8 out of 10 believe, and me and him don't believe.
Well, I believe it's real.
Well, I believe it's real. Well, I work in the operating room. Okay.
Let's talk. Let's talk.
All right, go ahead.
All right. So I mean, at this point, just to go to the hospital to see somebody on anything, right? Like I tried to see a doctor before I left.
Yeah.
And it took me, I don't know, 2 months, 2+ months, and I wasn't getting callbacks. And then I get there, and it's this crazy protocol. And if hopefully that's not going to catch this, just because I'll get a not a demonetization, copyright. Thank you. So anyway, that was hard enough. And then I get there, I have to do this questionnaire, right? And then I tell them what I'm leave, and they're like, well, you're probably not going to be able to come back in. And they want, by the time I left, almost every state was on the quarantine list. Yep. Obviously, quarantine. What do you think about treatments out there? Because they're trying to tell us there's no treatments for this thing. A ton of them. Steroid treatments, vitamin C, vitamin D. What do you
I don't know anything about treatments, to be honest with you. I really don't know.
They're filming right out front.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing you're in the hospital.
So, in the beginning, everyone had to put on these masks and these hoods and stuff and that. And now we're, in month 5 or 6?
Almost 6.
And we don't treat anybody, we just go in regular, That's what it is.
But it's 85 degrees out, and there's metal signs around that tell me to please wear a mask.
Well, that's because this is a liberal city.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I went through here yesterday. 99 out of 100 people had a mask on except me.
Yeah, I know. Well, I did it early in the day as well. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy to me because again, the numbers have never been lower.
So in 6 months, we had 6 deaths in Otsego County. We have 60,000 people live here. So 8,000 people die a day. That's what the numbers are. No one wants to look at the numbers. 8,000 people die a day. That's what the numbers are. There's 159 people a state die a day. So we're right now, what we die in a day? 14 to 15 people die a day because of this. Is that worth doing this? It's not.
They got a zombie running for president on the other side, right? And the guy is running on a nationwide mask mandate. Can you imagine that?
And he has dementia.
Thank you.
Why is no one saying that?
I say it all the
Because
time. Let's see, we're blocking it. Phone's here for a second. So, bottom line, like I was just telling you, I'm getting out. What's your plan here? If, somehow, they're trying to do the, it looks like they're doing everything to risk thing.
Yeah.
And if they do that, first of all, it wouldn't get until January. That's a mandatory mandate for masks 3 months down the line.
Yeah.
It's going to be at least another 3 months to March. Now we're in a year.
Yeah.
Right? And what's going on with the vaccines. What's the talk in the hospitals?
The talk is we're going to do this until 21 of January, so almost to 22.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this almost for 2 years.
Yeah, that's what Bill Gates is. That's a lot. 2022.
Why does Bill Gates have any involvement with it?
Apparently, he's a billionaire that we should all listen to. Yeah. No, he's an unelected, unaccountable billionaire, and then Cuomo gives the rest of the state to other unelected.
So Bill Gates is with Cuomo, and they want to do online schooling.
That's
so,
right.
So
he knows. This man knows.
On the wall. The writing on the wall.
And
people say it's going to be October. It's not. My daughter's already in law school in Boston. They're already set for the whole year online. So what are you doing here?
Exactly. And on top of that, the contact tracing is what they're putting in the schools. Cuomo's trying to sell it. The parents and the teachers are scared to go back to school. No, they're scared they're going to have a cough like every other kid does. And then the contact tracers get in your life. And they gave that to another billionaire, Bloomberg, right?
Yeah.
And then Schmidt gets the rest of it. And Bezos is now moving into all the, I'm sorry, Spit.
Is he?
Yeah, he's moving into all the vacant spots over in New
Right,
York City
right,
because they've
right.
gutted that out. This is going to be the state of billionaires, my friend. Billionaire control. Bernardo, man. Thank you for talking to me.
You got it.
I appreciate it, brother.
No problem,
Hey,
man.
good luck, bro.
Yeah,
Good luck.
You're gonna need it because this is why you gotta walk, because you get chest pain.
Everybody does seem.
They believe. That means they believe. That means they believe.
Well, they also had to sign crazy stuff to go back to it. You know that.
So my son is in Hardwick. I'll tell you
Okay.
this.
All right. Let's go.
go.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
So my son has to go to Hardwick. I work in a hospital, and everyone who works in hospitals do not take tests. They do not take tests. I don't take a test. No one who works in the hospital take tests. No doctors take tests.
Uh-huh.
We take a temperature, and the temperature doesn't mean anything because in 13 days from now, it doesn't matter. We don't take a test, but the people in the school have to take a test every 2 weeks. They told my wife she's fired if she doesn't take the test. My son can't go on campus if he doesn't take the test. So then close the private schools down, and his kids in Suco don't have to take the test though because that's a state-run school.
So, they're not taking tests then. But what happens when they test the first person that's
It's
sick?
50-50.
Yeah.
It's 50-50. So if you get sick, I know it's been sick, they had a little cough and they were good. But they make you stay home for 14 days, and whoever you're with has to stay home for 14 days because you have to stay home. So if they say my wife has it, I have to stay home? No, because then I don't get paid. No, I don't live home.
All right.
No.
I'm listen.
Yes.
I'm like as angry as you are, man.
What are you gonna do? Am I walk through there and gonna tell me I can't walk? No.
No, thank you.
No.
No, I agree. It's craziness. It's craziness. Bernard, I love you, bro. Take it easy.
Tell Kenny I said hi.
Hey, you know what? He's been hitting me up. You know, he moved back out to Andy's. He's got a place now. He divorced his wife, and he's actually been hitting me up. So you know what? I'm gonna let him know that. I'll text him after this. All right, you got it, brother. All right, so that was an impromptu interview. I didn't think that was going to be happening, but I guess it did. Thumbs the video up. Subscribe and share. Disco, can I scoot through? Are you? Oh, look who's shooting. Your big Hollywood project.
We're not shooting yet, but we're getting ready to shoot.
Okay.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's so hot out here. I can't
I know,
believe
it's
you're wearing
ridiculous.
a mask. Are you inside the jug as well? Okay, cool. Later, brother.
See you, buddy. Just like that.
Oh, so there's Dylan, and this is the big feature film that he's working on, Hush Hush, although there was a little press on it, so you can read certain things, aka the the tale about an asteroid, etc. But I'm wishing him luck on that. It looks like he's got a big production crew and really digging it. So this has all been impromptu, and we haven't even talked about the subject I want to talk about, this stupid poll by PR Newswire that said like the most ridiculous thing ever. And the propaganda at this point is over the top. So this poll was saying that 88% of women prefer somebody who has a mask on. That's weird because I like to look at somebody's face. But they said guys with masks on in public, 88% were sexier. I mean, could there be a bigger load of Johnny nonsense, a bigger load of bullshit than that? So now we just don't want to look at each other's faces or expressions and cues anymore as human beings. So basically only 12% of people in this poll are sane, or did they poll like, I don't know, terrified, geriatric, like women in their 60s and 70s that were already paranoid and don't know what sexy is anymore? And they're like just saying basically, you know, those pesky faces, they're just not sexy. Those pesky faces. Oh, man, it's hot out today. I can't believe those guys have to wear masks to do all this. That is just, ugh. So I'm pretty, and by the way, the jug that they were shooting in, guys, that's the old bar I used to run. It looks cool. It's been a cool day. Like, man, Bernard dropped some truth. And you know what we didn't get to talk about? This guy named Norman Oliver. I'm gonna be doing a full video on this. He is Virginia's health commissioner, right? And he just went on television and said he will mandate vaccines for Virginia and said that there are no treatments. And this is all a lie. And he says to prevent transmission. Once again, there is no evidence, and none of these vaccines are working towards preventing transmission. I'll say it again. Bill Gates says, we don't know if they will prevent transmission, and we don't know if they will lower the fatality rate. That's craziness. That's already at 0.6%. And I mean, you just heard what my boy Bernard had to say. So,
What up, fam?
oh, everybody's a YouTube superstar. So anyway, guys, it's mind-boggling to me. This guy knows that all they're doing is injecting people, saying that they're going to develop antibodies for several weeks to several months. And that's after several shots, or at least 2. I shouldn't say several, I should say at least 2 shots, but they're saying for elderly and other people, it'll have to be 3, maybe more. And remember, just like the flu vaccine, which this year was less than 50% effective, it'll be an annual thing that they're now going to mandate to you. You know what? No. And you saw how angry my boy was. And Bernard's still a pretty big guy. That's how I knew him, from the bar game. He used to bounce. But yeah, it's a crazy world that we're living in right now, guys. So look up and actually go follow me on Twitter, because on Twitter I put up the video of this guy saying that. I called him out by his name and by his handle, so you guys can go check out this guy too, because it is, you know, it's over the top. They're announcing it now that these health commissioners are going to mandate this vaccine that doesn't have to work. And you know what Bernard said? They want the lockdown till 2022, just like I said. Just like I said, they want a lockdown till 2022. He works in hospitals. He's in the operating room. You know, everybody acted like, you know, I never had any of these sources, but you know, I know a ton of people that work in hospitals. I've known them for years. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna finish up my walk in this nice weather, and now you're gonna look into all this weird stuff, huh? This Dylan Avery project. It's so weird. You know, let's talk about asteroids before I go, because now that's the next big hype we're seeing is this asteroid thing. And I even did a video about it before. This 6.5-foot asteroid, I think, has a 1 in 242 chance of hitting Earth. A 6.5-footer. Okay. Now, I did a video, I think, man, it had to be late March, early April, debunking the idea that somehow, you know, this was all a military drill or a lockdown to keep people safe from asteroids, right? But with these near-Earth object programs, right, the NEO programs that are out there, at this point, they're going to detect more and more asteroids. They have over the years. And this just seems like a bullshit threat to me. This seems like more fear, more propaganda, prepping people for more disaster, more lockdowns, more government, keep me safe control, when what are they keeping me safe from? Right now, I'm supposed to be mandated to have a mask. What are they keeping me safe from? Okay, there's no one out here. My gorgeous little town, my gorgeous little park that I love. And even, you know, I understand why Dylan had to do what he had to do and had to wear the mask there. But he didn't really have much of a choice. He's trying to shoot this film, you know, and like Bernard said, we live in a liberal city. A liberal city, and I hate left-right politics, but if you don't think that politics has entered this, even though the facts aren't the facts, according to Andrew Cuomo, and no one played politics in New York, the guy is the politic player. I mean, give me a break. It's cartoon level at this point, guys. Oh, so I don't know how much videos I can do today. I'll be honest, pretty burnt out. I'll probably end up hitting my desk and saying, okay, I got to put something out, and especially, you know, with Gates saying the crazy things about freedom that he's saying. Too much freedom in America, problem, and he's laughing while he's talking about it. Well, they believe in freedom in America. They're now openly talking about authoritarianism again and again and again, not based in science, not based in reality, but based in the oppression of all of us. So, you know, I'm starting to sweat. I'm going to go take a break. I love you guys. If you do want to support me, I need your help now more than ever. Down in the GoFundMe. $5, $10, $15, big donors. You mean the world to me. That's how we keep doing this. If I was going to have a beer, it would have been at the bar that looks like it's shut down so they can shoot. So there you are. All right. I love you. And see you on the flip, guys.